version of this.
Wait. I just need to know. Can I get DoorDash to drop me off with the Uber
I
app?
think if you buy them food.
I would willingly buy that.
Hasn't it happened where you get in an Uber and then like I know some people will like have them go through a drive-through and some shit like that. That'll happen.
If I can just crawl in the back seat and put a seatbelt on, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to focus. Bring it in.
And we're all in. Drew, would you like to introduce the show now?
Yes. Are we already recording?
You've been recording.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Start that over.
Nope. For how long?
All of about 26 seconds.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome
much
to
goodness.
Exoverse TV. I am Andrew. I am here with the normal...
A lot of sorry people.
Yeah, the normal crew, Derek, Danny, and Jay, as well as a couple of other special guests, our friends Val and Andrea.
Hey, ladies.
Avid Game of Thrones fans.
Yes.
So have it.
Yes.
All of us in this room really big into the show.
Into it.
Full disclosure, the two of you have never watched an episode of Game of Thrones, but...
Like ever?
Wish we had just set up like recordings to like
Just
see
get
their
their
reactions. Like,
reactions?
what are they even talking about? Like so vividly.
Yeah. We were
Who are
saying
any of these people?
such a
before
beautiful
that's
thing.
going to be the big test to see if we can even keep this interesting, like for somebody who's never even watched.
I'm
it
going to go
before.
out on a limb and say no.
Yeah. So
Especially
apologies
season 8.
in advance.
Did they say some guy's name's Grey Worm?
Yeah, go just, worm.
What? Okay. But anyway, we had a big episode.
Yeah, we did, and yeah, it's pretty crazy that you guys are like getting this, at this point in time because there's only
Yes.
2 episodes left in the entire series. This one that we're reviewing now was the middle of this last season 8. It was called The Last of the Starks.
Wait, that was
Is
the title
4
of
the middle?
episode?
Out of 6. I'm not trying to split hairs here.
Yeah.
It's episode 4. So it's
I think I'm both right and
eye of-
wrong at the same time, but you made it more wrong by calling me out on it.
I apologize, but it's the Eye of the Storm because we had Battle of Winterfell. We have this one that's a lot of like plotting and scheming.
Yeah.
And then we have Battle of King's Landing.
Yes, I do hope that the final 2 are not like the same as the first 2. We do need things to kind of pick up
I agree.
the pace
Yeah,
a little bit.
most definitely.
Yeah, so this one here, this episode follows the biggest battle to date ever in the show's history as far as scale and everything goes. We lost a whole bunch of characters in this one, maybe not as major of characters as everybody was expecting, but we did lose a lot, and we already reviewed that episode, but this one here
Go listen to it if you haven't.
Yes, please. This one here opens up to sort of the final farewells to these heroes of this battle. A ceremonious moment. John gives a very powerful and touching speech.
Got me.
He didn't touch me not one time.
No, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
It was very powerful and touching. You're right, Drew. Yes. I apologize.
Genuine. If anybody knows Jay, that was certainly genuine.
From the heart.
I'm just glad you watched it. Did you?
Jason, you can be by the microphone.
I did. Okay. I can't be by the mic because I'm going to be so...
Obnoxious is the word you're looking for.
Thank you. And SAT words. Yes. I did watch the show.
Okay.
As always.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right. That's fair. That's all.
I love you all.
Yes.
There was much revelries.
Yeah.
Very heavy in the revelries.
Yeah, so
a lot more people survived than I think we anticipated, and it's like, okay, we can party now.
Yeah.
Like all the food shortages they were sort of worried about. It's like, well, there's like half of us now. We can live it up a little.
I was
bit.
going to say, they ate quite a bit.
They did. For
They
people
was
who were
like,
like,
hey,
we
let's
gotta-
celebrate the war. It's still winter.
Yeah, we still have to
Yeah,
survive.
you gotta calm down.
I'm surprised
Like,
that they
when
had
it's
any
all-
alcohol left over. You would have thought they would have like ran right through it the night
I
before
just-
they thought they were going to die.
They just remind me of when I'm trying to think about like responsibly spending. Like I live like a very broke life because I'm just like, no, I don't have any money. But it's like, if I really, I could live it up a little bit more. And that's just Winterfell balling on a budget.
Yep.
And then whatever.
But they don't have EBT there. They need to be careful.
Ale would not be eligible.
Yeah, is it really ale?
Maybe that like aged goat's milk that Tormund's into, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There's some nutritional value there.
So all kinds of stuff happened during this after party. Right after everybody
know.
we say our final farewells. We have a big shot shot where we kind of light all the bodies on fire due to, whether it be superstition still at this point.
You okay. So as I'm watching it, it's like, okay, yes, it's the easiest way to get rid of everything.
Yeah.
But shit, what if he wasn't the Night King?
Yeah.
Like, what if he was just like the Night Archduke or something like that? Like the Night Prince.
General
they
number
never
3.
called him that.
Again, like old habits die hard.
I mean, look
Get
at
rid of all these
his little
bodies.
horns. He was easily the Rook.
Yeah. You just that's you don't know.
Chess jokes. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, so
Checkmate.
Yeah.
So we
got it.
We have that opening moment. We move on to the festivities or the celebration of just surviving, the fucking thing at all.
Starbucks.
It wasn't even Starbucks.
Wasn't even Starbucks.
It wasn't.
Sorry.
We all wish it was.
It was a bad look.
Did
yeah,
anybody
but-
see it initially?
No.
No. Who did?
I went back
Some
and watched it that
asshole.
night.
I like that
just
everyone.
fast forward to that
Oh
scene.
yeah, I totally saw it.
No,
Fast forward- no,
You know who saw that
people-
shit?
yeah.
Some asshole sitting in his fucking mother's basement eating fucking his 14th bag of Cheetos.
First of all, it was a
drinking
living room.
80. Nope. He's in the basement. He's in the
I'm
basement.
speaking
Mama's
from
not
personal
letting,
experience, but
Mama's
go
not
on.
letting that happen.
No.
I just imagine someone watching it who recently just got Starbucks and just saw it and then looked at their table and then looked back at that table and like, what the?
their head implodes.
Yeah.
So
drinks the same drink as me.
You know they spell her name wrong. Like they just had.
That's where Danny came from. Yeah.
Danny.
It became easier to come up with all those monikers. That's where
Yeah.
the breaker of chains came
Yeah,
from. They're
the
like, she'll like
entire
this. Yeah. So all kinds of crazy stuff happens, or some major stuff happens during this stuff. Gendry. Becomes legitimized as a Baratheon.
Do you guys remember? Did I talk about that on the last episode? I thought I did. I'm not trying to call my own shot.
I think
here,
you
but
did.
I am kind of trying to call my own shot.
Yeah.
I kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
Give it a good stroke.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm back.
All right.
So how do you feel though?
You got that on my lip.
Again,
Thanks.
like I the way it's
Validated.
kind of painted initially, she does that whole like, your dad tried to kill everyone in my family and would have killed me, and it's like,
Good impression.
girl, don't. Like, you don't have any friends right now. And then
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, okay. And then she ends up making the ally. It was a good move. But then the immediate, who did she turn to? Is it Varys? Or Tyrion?
Tyrion,
right
yeah.
away. And she's like, I know how to do stuff too. I'm a queen. And it's just like, okay, thank you for making one right move after 20 wrong ones. But yeah,
So
that's-
many
Yeah.
wrong
Also, you said that fairly loudly.
Did I?
No.
Oh, okay. I can't tell. I didn't talk loud.
Because then it just cuts to Sansa and she's just staring at them
I
like,
know.
what the fuck, Tyrion? So, yeah. There's obviously that becomes a major point in the scene is the fact that we have this major battle sequence in the last episode that involves these dark forces, the Lord of Light, all this kind of stuff, and then supposedly, as Davos says, he fucks off, right?
Yeah.
And we're left to deal with what? Which is obviously, as the audience knows, is what the show was all about for the most.
It was
part of
almost
the
like they
last
were
8
trying to
years.
figure it out. It's like, so we've got 3 more episodes?
Yeah.
Like, what do we... What do we just do this for the rest of the time? We'll just drink. We'll just drink. This is fun.
So
where
they
I'd
start
be.
planting the seeds and really setting up that this is what the last few episodes is going to be about. Is all of everybody sitting at that table: Jon, Sansa, Dany, Tyrion, Varys. Everybody sort of starting to scheme against each other and who's going to
The Game of Thrones really
be the smarter
opens
player.
back up then.
Yeah. So we have all of that. There's trying to sort of see here. I think we kind of are jumped around here a little bit, but we do see our first big hint that Varys is up to something in that scene. After
Varys being Varys, man.
how'd you feel
He's got
about it?
those-
Kind of like a return to the old Varys, as far as
It's still a
the
little
way
different.
I'll say I understand. I get it.
We know where his head's at now.
I mean, at or it's always been.
It's always been there, but we now understand it because we
Yeah,
now let
he's
it
always
in.
going to do He's going to do whatever he can for the capital. He's going
Right, but you
like,
never
and I
got
get
that
it.
before. You thought he was like Littlefinger before. Well, most people.
No,
Yeah.
no.
They kind of played that card. You never really knew.
Really?
Littlefinger was very. They showed Littlefinger's cards a lot with
I think
who he's whispering to.
when it became
Varys,
the-
you never knew who he was talking to.
They're two sides to the same coin. I think they both have ulterior motives. For Littlefinger, it was always about like what most benefits me. Whereas Varys is very like altruistic. It's about
Varys is for the people.
You guys are just so confused.
Yeah,
Varys really is for like,
Varys
the
is
betterment.
for the people.
Again, like what is going to be best?
Littlefinger is
Littlefinger would be feeding right into Danny. Like, I mean, again, like if the roles were reversed, if Littlefinger was there, he'd be feeding right into that. But trying to get hit. Like, how does he get further in this game?
Am I wrong in thinking that he wouldn't be no good at it, but Littlefinger would be the best at the Game of Thrones?
He was the best player of the Game of Thrones. The only way that he got caught was because he has like this infatuation with the Tully women.
Yeah.
It was first Catelyn and then it was Sansa, and that's really what did him in.
Yeah, like
he was the best player.
Yeah,
like, truthfully,
and he had the arrogance. So he had arrogance.
The entire show doesn't happen without him. He's the one who orchestrates the assassination of Jon Arryn.
Yeah.
Plants the Lannisters against the Starks because obviously there's bad blood there anyway, and that's really what starts everything.
Where I feel like Varys is definitely for the people. He's definitely he's all about the
betterment of the realm. Like again, like the many over the few.
Yeah. And then where Tyrion
overcommitted. That's really what Tyrion went way too deep into this, and he's like, I'm here now.
Not only is he the hand.
Best.
But he's the Varys is like the realistic of the people, whereas Tyrion is like the fucking. We could be so much better.
No, you don't know her like I do. Like I've seen him, and he's just like, all right.
But I feel like he's like he's
idealist.
He's like an idealist. He's like, yo, the people could be so much better under Danny.
Yeah.
Like we can make this happen if everybody just gave us a fucking chance. We can make it happen. Where Varys is more like
playing the odds. Yeah, it's like I know the parentage. I've seen this before.
Right. He's like, this sounds cool and all, but I know power corrupts.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm here for my people.
And she's getting a little crazy. She's getting a little wild eyed. It's not. I know.
I hate the bitch because she ain't shit but reactionary.
Yeah.
Bitch ain't shit but reactionary.
Slap yourself one more time. Like it. Okay. I love it.
I hope they heard it all.
Look good.
No,
by the way, he was slapping thigh, not his face, for all you listeners.
If only. Oof.
Yeah.
Safe word. But anyway.
Asparagus.
Anything else at the party you wanted to get to? Sorry, we kind of hijacked that a bit.
No, it's all right. No, I mean, there's just, it's a pretty fast-paced thing. Everybody's, kind of, some of it follows Tyrion. He kind of makes his rounds. He's all through everywhere in that room. He talks to everybody, Bran and Davos and everybody like that. We get to see this thing with Jaime and Brienne happened. Did you think that was going to take place? Jaime and Brienne hooking up?
I thought it was going to be like.
I thought it was. To me, I felt like it shifted more towards like a respect thing. Especially like him coming back, being like basically falling into line with her. I didn't think it was going to go that way.
Yeah, he put them.
There was almost that moment where I'm like, oh my god, it's Tormund. Like when they're kind of like I'm
gonna try that.
Anti-slut shaming her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he put moves on.
She just like Tormund comes over right at that moment. And it's like, oh, what's about to happen? Like we're finally gonna get. It was almost like, oh, you're gonna be with Jaime instead. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
that's
but once
fine.
Jaime got in there, he invited himself in.
He did.
Brought some booze. Said, man, it's hot in here. And took his shirt off. Fuck yeah. That worked.
It's a power move.
I've been doing wrong shit this entire time.
You have to have one hand, though.
What do they call it?
So you got to lose.
What do they call a gentleman? That's what I've been. Apparently, it's wrong.
Wait.
It's the sympathy band.
But is he, though?
Oh, he's not. I'm
it's
saying
the pity
I'm doing
bang.
it wrong. I got to just go in there and say her room's hot and fucking start getting naked.
Saved her
I've
life.
heard your stories, bro.
I know.
They're not that different.
Yeah, it's never hot.
They're not. They're really
They don't have
not.
a fireplace.
Saved her life. Lost a hand.
It'd be classier
just-
room. All right.
All right.
Anyway.
Jeez.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. Like, wait. So we're talking about Brienne and fucking what's her name,
Yeah.
right? Can we just like slide like 30 seconds to a minute forward?
Yeah. I think you mean maybe 20, 30 minutes forward, but
It was
yes.
30 minutes?
Go for it. No,
Yo, I
I
was
wanna
high
know.
as fuck, bro.
I could be wrong with where
Anyway,
you're headed.
so drunk. But she was outside in a house coat, like somebody's grandmama. Like,
Yeah.
bruh,
He left her like that.
stay.
Baby, where's you going? I'm just going to get lotto tickets and milk. I'll be right back.
You know, apparently that one hand and good dick is really working for fucking Jamie because
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he
we'll
put
get-
it on
I-
and
I've,
then
I've seen the list. We'll get there with some other.
am I further down?
yeah,
on
I think that's a point.
that's
that
why I was
we're
like,
gonna
can we
touch
jump
on.
to like 30
Yeah,
seconds
yeah, it's
forward.
fine. But yes,
Things
yeah.
happen, and all right, I'm gonna let y'all rock, and then let me know when more sex talk happens.
Absolutely.
And I'm back with you.
So
Because things were just not right.
in the after party itself, though, I think for me the most powerful scene is probably just, again, going back to Danny, her just looking around.
Wait, are we still at the after party?
Yeah,
Holy
because after
shit,
the party,
I'm so far ahead.
Because after the party is the hotel lobby.
And then after the hotel lobby is the...
No, after the party is the after party, and after the
party, then it's the hotel lobby. So, party.
let me get
After
that
party.
toot toot.
Beep, beep. So, wait a minute. Hotel.
Okay, no.
Party.
No.
After
We're
party
going
and
back
then
to
to
the
the
show.
hotel lobby.
Going back to the show.
When she's
Somebody's
got
got to get kicked out. Somebody's got to
she's
go.
sitting
Okay.
there and she's watching everybody. She's watching John associate with the wildlings and all the praise that he's getting, and she's like, "Oh yeah." But then she looks over at the other table, and it's Tyrion, like her hand, like the guy that's supposed to be like by her side all the time, just grab-assing with the guy who assassinated her father. Who, I mean, it's his brother, but I mean, like, it's just like, and you just look at her, and it's her looking around, and it's Varys looking at her, and it's just like he's watching, and
Varys is playing that shit.
Yeah,
he was
he's
just
like,
watching.
man, there's some instability here.
Now, at that point in the episode, you know, do you recall what you thought he was thinking at that moment?
I was just, for me, I was thinking like, you know, she in so many ways is the reason they won this. I mean, again, without her armies that she sacrificed, without her dragons, one of which died there. I mean,
yeah.
What's up?
That John sacrificed.
Yeah, it was like, this Dothraki pattern. Like, there's your entire army gone. Like, but she's getting no love whatsoever. I don't know.
She could have won that. She could have won that battle at sea really easy.
Oh, wow. Were you talking about the end of the episode?
Was it the end of the episode?
Yeah,
we're still.
But I mean, like,
We're still the other party.
The surprise nature of it.
Party.
I don't know. It was just like so much unappreciation for everything that she provided. It's like, oh yeah, John did all this, and it's like,
Yeah.
but did he? Though?
Yeah, I mean, like Tormund toasts her, right? He does, and then so I think it took me a few minutes to kind of catch on to what was really going on. I don't think I was really sure of what was going through, like maybe Varys' mind or hers yet. By the end of that scene, just because of the fact that, yeah, they acknowledged her, but you know, she definitely lost some major people to her in the last episode. So I sort of thought she was just missing them and understanding that she was losing all of the people around her that would be celebrating with her at that point
like a
in
Jorah
time.
or something like that. I mean, Grey Worm's there, but I mean, they both were at that point. Sandy. Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah. So then, you know, after that, Dany does wander off, and we see that she eventually goes to visit Jon in his chambers after he's sort of, I guess he's done for partying for the night.
She saw the Jamie move. She's like, all right, well, let's see what the success rate of this is.
Yeah.
Will it work on my nephew?
Yeah. And
you guys don't get there. It'll be so weird.
Yeah. And
What?
things kind of take like a couple of pretty quick turns in that scene. At first, she walks in, and they seem to be very much in love for about the first 15, 20 seconds.
You're like,
All right, the writers are running
all
with
right,
it.
yeah.
And then I wasn't even sure which character pulled away from who at first.
Yeah.
And then it seems that, you know, John's the one who's struggling with this emotionally, obviously. It's pretty awkward to find out that, oh, yeah, you know, he's in love with his aunt.
They just found out.
I mean, who isn't?
And again, like,
We've all been there, right?
when you get into the show, one of the things that you're eventually going to have to accept is that it's going to you're going to have hierarchies of incest on this show.
Yeah.
And to the point where some of them are going to feel okay. Like, I mean, there's going to be some things that are way incestier than others.
Yeah.
Incestuous, I suppose. And
I like incest. I don't like incest. I'm going to stop.
To the
There's
point
no
where-
saving
That was
that.
almost a
There's no
perfect
saving
soundbite
that.
right there.
I
I
like
like incesty.
I like it.
There's no saving that. Continue.
I'm going to go on a limb.
But no,
I like it.
it's to the point where like you're watching it and you're like, you know what? They just found out they were related. I mean, they didn't even know they were related. They grew up on different continents. They just, all that really
this
connects
never
them
happened,
is
they
blood.
never would've known.
Yeah. So I mean, like in the grand scheme, this amount of incest is okay.
The show,
Like,
part of the show opened up with a dude clearly fucking his sister.
yeah,
The rest of it is like
twin sister.
You know what? I didn't know.
Yeah. And then you got the whole Craster thing up north, and that's
Right?
all. That's a whole nother.
Oh, gross.
I don't want any boys, but hello, ladies. It's a girl.
Burn the whole fucking village. Burn the whole fucking village.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we love Gilly.
Do we?
In her own way.
I don't hate her.
I don't hate her.
Oh, wait, Gilly.
Yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
You were thinking Danny still?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to
wants to
know
jump
what
on
you
that.
I was thinking about
we were
Gil.
talking about.
What?
I don't think I want to know what where your head was at with Gilly. Just the word.
Forgot Gilly was her name. That's all.
Okay. Continue.
So, how did that scene work for you with, Danny sort of playing very nice in the beginning of that scene and just moments later really kind of freaking out on John about him letting her know that he needs to be honest and tell his sisters the truth?
I think she went complete diva turn. Like, it was kind of like one of those things like, I'm not going to make you choose between us and your family, but I'm totally going to make you choose between us and your family.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too much. It's almost like she's forgetting, she's playing queen to a relationship, and that unfortunately, the hierarchies and stuff doesn't work in a relationship.
As a famous queen once told us, if you want a whore, buy him. But if you want a queen, or I guess a king, you have to earn them.
Exactly. So, like, for her to be like, well, I'm going to pull
Lannister.
a queen card. Here, I got it. Yeah. It's a show about Game of Thrones. I totally caught
it took me like
That was on the Game of Thrones show, right?
Yeah, I think
it took me like a high 15.
Was that Meghan Markle? Didn't she say that? I think that was
Meryl Streep, right?
Definitely Meryl Streep.
Yeah, Oscar speech. But no, yeah, like she played the queen card. Like, well, I'm going to demand it, and it's just like, that's not how this works. Unfortunately, you can't.
Yeah, no, she came off. I mean, like, get out of here, desperate. Like, it was just like like she literally feels like any claim she has is hanging on by a string, because in all honesty, she doesn't have a claim anymore. The minute he becomes the legitimate heir, even though it was like, I don't want it, don't worry about it, it's yours. I bent the knee. It's like, yeah, that's not going to matter. Nobody likes me. They like you. They don't like me.
But do you really want to lose the queen seat too by being kind of? I'm a bitchy,
But I'm saying, right, that's what she comes in at it like.
But no,
I
I don't think he's as into it anymore. Now that he knows,
I don't think so either. But at the same time, we don't know.
I don't really think John was ever really into it.
I disagree. He showed up at the room. That was
Are you
him.
kidding me? Yeah,
He was the initial one.
Yeah.
He was the instigator.
He grabbed her hand while he was all, "Oh, I'm injured. Here, hold me a little bit.
Yeah.
You made me warm. Who stripped me down? I hope it was you."
In
that
the-
conversation.
He went 110. Like it wasn't 90. 90-10 the hitch move. It was he went all the way.
The full
Went all the
110?
way.
Don't
He
listen
did.
to me then.
He bought her nuggets, man.
Hey guys, listen to the white guys on this show. Black guy.
White people
I
pay
know what
way
you're
more
talking
attention to
about.
this show for whatever reason. Probably because there's more of them on it. Anyway,
So outnumbered.
we got out of the brown country, and then they killed off all the brown people. and-
Yeah.
Brown one right next to you.
I'm talking about Game of Thrones, not like
She's golden
real
bronze.
life. And she is a bronze.
She is very bronze.
It's a beautiful olive green, and you appreciate it.
I do.
God.
So
Good God.
after that, it cuts to everybody around, standing around in the war room, and we find out that they actually only lost around half of their forces.
Tell me where the rest of the Dothraki
What
are.
the fuck?
Were they on the other side just in case they tried to like encompass?
I mean, do you want to put them all out there?
What's going on over there, guys?
Yeah.
Do you need us?
No. You guys hang back a little bit.
Stay in the tree line. They'll come for us.
Yeah.
I saw maybe two. Like Dothraki left.
Yeah.
There's the one guy in that war council, and then maybe one other dude.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was that big of a camera, though. Like,
But it was just like half and half. And I saw what you had written, something about like distressingly even. It's like, so we're good. Like they have the same amount now. Like
I
and
sort of
still have two
wonder
dragons.
if that line was being delivered as if they were counting the dragons as equal to
Maybe.
some
Yeah.
sort of because numbers wise, I don't see it.
because they have all the Lannister forces still.
Yeah, which I don't know what that.
I don't know what the
is.
numbers are, and then you have the 20,000 Golden Company.
And then I think somebody mentioned at one point, I don't know if it was on the show or on some YouTube review show at this point, because I've just been, my whole life has just been this for the last 6 weeks. But they said, the gold cloaks were like a separate number in themselves. The,
Oh, okay,
the
so like
actual King's Guard.
like basically the Secret Service or whatever. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't understand what that exactly means, or
and
they
the mountain equals one.
They would
dragon.
also be
yeah.
they would also be storming like the most fortified city in the entire country.
Yeah.
I mean, like in King's Landing, like an impenetrable fortress.
Yeah. So that was kind of surprising, but I guess that was good news.
I guess, yeah.
You know, I mean, that was. It was way better lingo than I was expecting to hear.
Yeah.
In a setting like that.
If they'd have told me 50 people survived, I would have believed 50 people survived.
Yeah.
Like, that felt like that was what was left.
Yeah. Did you feel like I put here Sansa's war room wisdom? Did you feel like she made the most sense in this episode?
Yes.
As far as, I mean, are you starting to realize? I mean, I guess. In previous seasons, I really honestly did not love her character very much. And then this is the first season where I'm just like, why isn't anybody listening to Sansa?
She put her big girl pants on.
I think it really started back even like when she breaks out of Winterfell, meets Jon up north, and then like is almost a part of the war council for the Battle of the Bastards. And like it's like she's talking, she's making a ton of sense, and people are just like, all right, the men are doing this. Come on, but
I didn't agree with it back then because I felt like I've watched that episode and I didn't understand where people were coming from then because I felt like she made her case that she should be listened to, but then had nothing to offer when she was asked.
I know almost the exact scene you're talking about. Yes, it's like, so what should we do? And it's like, well, I don't know. Like,
and it's like, yeah.
But again, she is the one who eventually gets the Raven to House Aaron, the Knights of the Vale and whatnot. So,
however, if she had maybe dared to mention it to anybody ahead of time, they could have saved countless lives.
Yeah.
Which is weird because she has no problem snitching.
Yeah, she's not very tight-lipped. Certainly not tight-lipped.
Yeah, she hadn't learned that part of the game yet, I guess.
She was live tweeting that entire time in the forest. Like, no doubt about it. Yeah, what's up, John? John's about to tell me something. Hang on. Stay tuned.
Just, oh, shit, girl. Wait till a post later.
So, on Snapchat with a dog filter.
Speaking of that's what
some crazy shit emoji.
See next is John revealing the truth to his sisters. We kind of see it. We see this.
We see him say, or no, well, actually, he defers to Bran.
Yeah.
To tell, I think.
Okay,
it was
first
a
of
little
all,
odd.
I have something to tell you. Yeah,
Bran.
I promise you're not going to say anything. I promise. Bran, tell him.
Yeah.
Fucking tell your own shit.
And even for the first time in years, it cuts to Bran and you see a look on his face like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's the first time he's shown any kind of emotion in the last 14 episodes.
You had one line, Bran. You forgot it. We had to cut early.
He had to sneeze. That's what was happening.
What do you think like Arya's reaction would have been if that would have been on screen? Do you think she cares? Do you think she would have been...
I think it's interesting that like the next scene we see from her is... we didn't get in. There's another thing that I want to get in with like the whole Gendry thing. Oh. But no, the next scene we see is her basically like, all right, I'm heading to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And it's like, so she just found out that her brother, or the person she's grown up with as her brother for all these years, isn't actually like, I mean, partially blood related, but like not the brother that she thought he was. And her next move is to go to King's Landing.
Yeah.
So what's the motive there? Like, I mean, like, and again, we'll talk about that. But I mean, it's just, I feel like that. I mean, that's obviously done on purpose. Like, they're cutting it that way for that reason.
Yeah.
You can never just take things as they are, huh?
No, I can't.
I'm not surprised.
Just kidding.
I think I would always predicted that she plans on going down to King's Landing to kill as many of whoever's left as she can.
Yeah.
But I did think it was a little bit odd because we can go ahead and get into that sequence that we see. The Hound is on the road by himself. He doesn't feel like traveling with the crowds. And then she catches up with him, and they have a little exchange, and she mentions that she's also going down to King's Landing along with him. She doesn't intend on coming back.
Not yeah. He does the whole like, I don't intend on coming back. She's like, same.
Yeah. So that surprised me because she has so much confidence. She has so much skill. She's
is it like a false bravado thing? Like, I mean, like she's looking at like the Hound. She's just trying to one up the Hound. Maybe,
yeah.
But it feels like she sort of means it. Like,
yeah. That's what I got.
No.
I guess she just really was like, yep, this is going to be it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she has a goal set forth, and chances are it's not going to end well for her, but hopefully she gets what she's tasking herself to do.
And I think we also essentially get confirmation that Clegane Bowl is happening.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
It's like, do you remember how you felt like the day before McGregor Mayweather, and you're like, okay, I can get into this.
Yeah.
But like... this is it. Or like Pacquiao and Mayweather or something. Like, finally, it's like, no, this is that, but times 1,000.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see
two guys
so
with
bad.
fucked up faces and swords.
Do you think it'll be like, they had that little brawl in season 1 for a moment?
Isn't it weird to think back? It's like, that was a teaser for this.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I wonder to go back and watch it. I want to see their fighting styles.
Yeah.
I know that was 3 actors ago for the mountain, but still. But dude just straight up chops off a horse's head in one swing.
Fucking intense,
oh my
man.
god! But so it'll be interesting. They have different styles. We actually haven't really seen the mountain fight since he's become a zombie. Everything's just it's
been incredibly
When did Walking
easy
Dead
for
get
him.
involved in this?
A failed swoop to a horse
Because
and a
now
zombie?
now he just has like that incredible strength, and it's just like he just crushes people against walls and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's just Brightburn, but 1,000 feet tall. Yeah, it's just so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But obviously
It will be an interesting fight for sure if it happens, because
it's gotta happen.
It's not like
it has to happen.
It would be because the Hound's not quick.
He's not.
So is it just going to be?
But neither is the Mountain. Like they're not neither. That's the reason Oberyn was able to beat him initially, is because how much faster he was.
Yeah.
I mean, and poison.
Yeah.
So we don't really know how you would even kill the Mountain at this point, but I mean, Clegane will. Sandor will probably hopefully find a way.
Yeah. So just to jump back a little bit, before we leave Winterfell, or we start seeing everybody leave Winterfell, we see Bronn again.
He's back.
Yeah, Bronn is back in a. I found it odd.
Yeah, it's not how I thought
fashion
it was.
to not reintroduce Bronn for the season, but sort of just as his hello again to Jaime and Tyrion. I thought that was strange. It felt like a return to. It almost felt like the last couple seasons didn't happen to Bronn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It almost felt like we.
But
just went back
is
to
it maybe a
season 3?
facade? Like again, to get his point across. Like again, I don't think the intention was ever. Again, like once you know who Bronn is, obviously you're never going to like question that he could ever get there again.
Yeah.
So again, like he ups it. If he really didn't care, he'd have killed him. I mean, it's everything. He was already going to get like what was he promised?
Well, actually, yeah, because
River Run. He was going to be Lord of River Run.
Yeah, not only
again,
that,
like he'd have been fine. Like they'd both be dead.
Yeah,
he'd be Lord of River Run.
And apparently, he'd gotten a bunch of gold paid up front to him too.
Yeah.
So
he paints it as like I don't think she's going to win, but really, again, like that's it. Bronn is never going to not take something like that. The only reason he doesn't kill them is because of the respect that he has for them. And yeah, he's going to find a way to turn it into his favor. That's just the way it is. I was actually more taken aback by Jaime's reaction to seeing him. Like they didn't have a whole lot of like lines exchanged, but he was like very like pointed and kind of like even like mean towards him. Like the whole like a cutthroat will never be Lord of High. Like it's just like.
Yeah.
The fuck? Like this guy, like this is your homie,
the guy that
like,
saved your life from the dragon fire.
Yeah, but he showed up with a very fancy crossbow, and it was very
which was
like,
obviously designed for one of the brothers,
Yeah.
and the other one just happened to also still be alive. Like that's But anyway, I
He does make an interesting point in his speech in their dialogue back and forth about how I guess House Lannister was even formed was by a con man.
It's beyond that though. That goes into like American history even. That's just all these like great American families. I mean, like the Kennedys or something. They were all just bootleggers. Like that's how every great house or great family starts from questionable means. So like they're giving him shit. It's like you're no. I mean, just because you're a couple generations afterwards, you have the name, doesn't make you any less. We all start somewhere, I suppose. So I mean, it's an interesting thing. Yeah. But just you're no better than me. You're just a couple generations removed from the shittier ones. Like,
and the mental power play to just establish dominance. Punching Tyrion a couple times.
I know. Yeah.
I'm taller than you, and you couldn't best me on your or you couldn't get me on your best day. When really it's just like you're coming in cocky. Luckily, you just said it to two kind of damaged people.
Yeah.
Currently, so they believed it right away. But really, that's a crossbow. You have to reload that. You proved it, and that was when they looked at when he did the little like warning shot. Just like when they all looked, that was the time to jump. That was the time to jump him.
That's fair.
Yeah, but they didn't. So,
Sansa ends up holding on to that secret that
all of 8 minutes.
Jon/Bran reveals to her for, yes, you're right, all of about 8 minutes. She spills the beans to Tyrion. Do you think that that was an extremely calculated move on her part? I tend to think it was.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Do you think that it was as simple as her just saying Jon should just be on the throne and Dany should be the hell out of here? I mean, they choose not to show us exactly what she says to him, but we just know that it cuts to... The only confirmation we have of what she said at all is just that it cuts to him then...
Talking to Varys about it.
And she obviously doesn't think that Jon is thinking clear-headed. Like, he's not thinking about the bigger picture of things. He's just thinking about... Because he's love-struck right now.
I do think it comes from a good place.
Right? No, it does. Yeah. But at the same time, she doesn't realize that he actually has been thinking about this, and he's been battling this in his head for some time now. Well, like 2 days or some shit.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, who knows how long it's been? A fortnight.
You know, he should have figured it out by then. 2 days? That seems like...
Enough time to decide if you want to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
With your aunt. Yeah, no, again, I think it's just because she genuinely doesn't trust Daenerys. And, again, like, this man that she grown up... Even if he isn't exactly who she thought he was... is exactly who she thinks he is as a human being. Like, I mean, she knows exactly Jon's makeup. She knows what he is as a person. So, yes, if he has the most legitimate claim, he's not going to outright take it, but it should be his. But yeah, she again, like it's no accident that she told Tyrion. You know what I mean, it wasn't like a slip of the lips or something like that.
Yeah, you think she's fully hopeful that Varys gets that information and runs with it?
Yeah, or just again, like what was Daenerys' original sort of fear is that like the minute 4 or 5 people know, then everybody knows or something like that. So
yeah. And soon after that, we get what seems to be, I guess, a final farewell to a bunch of characters. I'm hoping it's not, but it might be.
Do wrong?
Like, I mean, we get a goodbye hug with Tormund, Sam, Gilly. Apparently, a new unborn baby inside of Gilly that Jon senses. Just by hugging her,
she did the eyes. Like
did she sort of
like the?
You think she kind of like backed up a little bit, like don't?
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it was an odd. Yeah, and then we get the most disappointing goodbye of all time to Ghost.
He was the goodest boy of all time.
Yeah,
best.
I understand that they have sort of like this telepathic connection, but you chose to show me Ghost whimpering. You know what I mean?
He
took a step forward.
He took a step forward. It was just like that. Like, hey, we go. You're going by yourself. Okay, I'll stay here then.
Heartbreaking.
Terrible. God.
Fuck Jon.
And then he just to talk to his friend. Hey, you know where you belong. You should probably just take my dog too. Oh, well, if this is going to be the last goodbye. Like
when the show's over,
he doesn't want to be here.
Maybe
I think he does. He just came back.
Like, motherfucker helped in the war. Has 1 ear now. Can't get a belly rub. Fuck this shit. God. Sorry. I like dogs.
It was so poorly. Everything Ghost related this entire season has been so poorly handled. Like I don't know why.
I mean, it was a cat. I get it.
I love cats.
On purpose?
I do. We'll get into this on our show.
Yeah, motherfucker found one and took it in the house.
I did. All right,
so
I love the challenge.
I've done that.
Allergies for
what? I have.
What?
I've let a cat in.
For a night.
Only if that motherfucker
made him into a nice Chinese
only if it's
dinner.
on 2 legs and got a nice ass.
My family one time had 13 cats because my sister kept bringing them home. 2 of them were pregnant. And fuck Derek's allergies.
Yeah.
Claritin to stay alive every day. Anyway, back to Ghost. I want to talk about Ghost.
I was trying to make us feel happy.
It is again. So is there some more symbolic nature to him, like stepping away from being a Stark? Is that like to it? I guess like because that was his claim to the Stark, even though it was the albino direwolf. Like was
does
that
King's
him?
Landing? Does the throne have a no pets policy? It's bullshit.
They let horses in.
They do.
Yeah, but then they chop their heads off. Clearly,
no, that was at a jousting match. That's where that shit happens.
That horse.
How did that man ever get on a horse? Like that poor damn horse with that gargantuan human being. I don't want to get into it. The physiological nature of it, like it's
made a horse look like a terrier.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Little Sebastian.
Do you think that we're ever going to see any of those 4 characters again?
I do.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that
truthfully
believes that like at the end of all of this, like this next episode is going to be the big battle, and I do believe there's some carryover into the next episode. But part of the final episode is going to be sort of like a check-in of some sort. Like maybe seeing like the new lives or something, like the new world that's left after all of this.
Okay.
So
in like epilogue form,
there's a part of me that doesn't want it to be like some like what if the next episode ends and the battle's over, and then the episode after that is like some like 5 years down the road or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like so like Endgame status.
They're like Rick's dead. Sorry, wrong.
Old man Rick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we've straight up seen them for the last time. Okay. I mean, is there a part of me that hopes that like halfway through this battle at King's Landing, you just see them like the wildlings charging over?
But I almost feel like if you did, they would definitely die, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if Tormund,
if we see Tormund one more time, he's dead.
He's totally dead. Just leave him alone. Yeah.
Sunburnt. You'd actually see him without his fucking fur.
We didn't talk about it, but at least he finally did get some. Like at the party, like he got rebuked by his main love.
Right, but he's not gonna have giant babies anymore.
But I mean,
we're still cosplaying, by the way.
We 100%. That's our cosplay.
Girl,
I'll be dejected the entire time too.
I'm just gonna climb onto your leg and just
do like a distracted boyfriend thing. But
drink.
Anyway,
watch out for the other leg.
Those calves, though.
Andrew.
Yes.
Where do we want to go from here?
All right. Well, so Tyrion and Varys discuss treason more than once. I think it's pretty obvious. I think we understand what Varys is thinking. By the end of this episode, though, where do you think Tyrion's head is at?
If he's not careful on a spike, or roasted.
Spike? Yeah, that nigga's getting eaten.
Yeah,
more so.
I don't know. I think I truly believe Tyrion is Daenerys' ride or die. I do. I think he's fully invested. I do. I mean, I think he's bought into, as you were alluding to earlier, Jay, like the idealistic nature of what she could be.
Uh-huh.
And I just think he's too into it. I'm not saying he couldn't come back, but I don't think he would never. He would revoke backing her. Okay. If that makes any sense.
Well, okay. So considering that we've only got 2 episodes left, and how much we are probably thinking is going to be taking place in the next episode versus the last one, is Varys going to make whatever move that he would make, and is Tyrion going to rat him out or be responsible for him being caught or prevented from carrying it out?
I don't know if I see Tyrion ratting him out.
I don't either, because I don't think he discredits that he's making
I feel
legitimate claims. I mean, he doesn't see it as you're this is totally unfounded
and over mad time though.
Yeah.
I think him and Varys are on the not even on the low. I think they're just good dudes.
He also he knows where he knows where Varys is coming from. He does. Yeah. He wants Varys to see what he sees in Daenerys. But he's not going to do that by this guy is trying to plot against you and get him killed in the process.
But is that a really cool thing that the show has set up and put Tyrion in the position of deciding? Because is he an idealist who is behind Dany 100%, or is he just anti-Cersei? And
he just looks so tired. You just look at him now. He's like, I just want this to be over. Any way you slice it, I just want this to be over.
That could be the real Peter Dinklage coming out to the show too.
Again,
2 years shooting. He's 52 now.
Has anyone benefited more?
He's what?
He's 50 something. Yeah.
Has anyone what?
Peter Dinklage from this show. I mean, he went from you're only going to be in short elf type movies. You're just going to be little, and it's
and
now
then
he's
a giant.
And then they made him a giant dwarf.
Yeah,
in Infinity War.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
It's a beautiful thing.
Wow. Again, he's not mad.
I don't think so. I'm tired, maybe.
Definitely tired. But again, overall in the show, it looks like it's wearing on him so much.
Now, to keep up on pace on set and everything, it's like when I'm trying to walk behind you in a store.
Sure.
Yeah.
I look back every once in a while.
I know, but I'm tired.
On your left.
that gate.
I'm just tired. Going to the mall with you is ridiculous.
On your
It
left.
is. It's a marathon.
On your left.
Marathon. All right.
Anyway,
Do you also
I'm
walk
tall. We get
fast
it.
on top of being on top
well,
of
I
the
have,
big?
I have a long,
No,
I have a long
he
stride.
he looks slow. It's like watching Sasquatch. He looks slow, but really he's making good pace. It's good timing.
It's that retail hustle.
Yep.
Yeah.
We say goodbye to Rhaegal.
Did it? So as I'm watching it, I'm just like, I'm looking at it, and if dragons could talk, he's doing that thing where it's just like, look, Mom, like I'm doing better. I know before it was like droopy, but look, I'm flying good. And oh no! And
I believe I could shut down.
oh my gosh, you
It was a
Story of my
complete
life.
record scratch moment.
I know. You just get the initial strike. You're like, oh man, and then like 14 more happen. Like he's
Yeah.
goddamn Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, but doesn't get up. Like
Yeah.
it's just
You know, everyone who saw it too is just hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your dragons.
yeah. That was a flyby. That's what that was. That was it was rough.
Do you? I didn't quite understand the geography.
Yes.
Of the scene.
Okay.
So I
Dragonstone is an island.
yes.
Islands are surrounded by water.
And
Yes.
other rocks. Other rocks. There's other cliff ledges around like that.
So
The dragons and Daenerys couldn't see them.
They
therefore
weren't
shouldn't
looking
have
for
been able
them.
to- I know, but then where the camera pans and everything. Now we go around.
that's why
it looks
where I
off.
felt
It looks
legitimized in my where I was like, wait, so you,
They
it's
couldn't
not
see all those
just
ships?
I understand like the default argument is they're high enough up in the air. Why can't they see them?
But they're not looking.
Exactly.
They're not looking.
Exactly. That's cool with me.
She's again. You're
But
not.
then they show them come around the cove.
yeah.
That's when I was all like, what the fuck?
Immediately they pick up steam. Like,
It was definitely the choice of camera work that
Yeah.
made it confusing.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But again, like, so for me, I think it's the, like, oh, we're at war, but we're not really at war. I'm untouchable up here. And then, like, nah. Like, just.
It is odd that she forgot there's in the after the episode, they kind of go and take the producers and the writers side of things. And they say that her character simply forgot sort of about the Iron Fleet, was sort of just distracted.
Sure.
By just,
Again, she's watching like her child. I know it's a dragon, but it's her child, and it's like she's already lost one of them in this, and it's like, okay, you are beaten, battered, bruised. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's like watching a kid with a cast
sort
with
of.
the cast off.
They
walking
took
without
out the
it,
gimpy
yeah.
kid like that. It was pretty fucked up in the grand scheme. Like they didn't go for the big one. They
It
went
says
for
a lot about Euron, but
Yeah,
anyway.
it says all the things about Euron.
Yeah.
I was
get it so bad.
Look, me personally, just as like a movie TV fan, I was so pissed at that fucking her with the dragon and coming around.
Yeah, it was just
I was so me and the general were watching it, and I was like, why don't she just go around, like attack from the back?
well, so in fairness, I think those things can.
Yeah, but
they're on the front. They're on
think
the
about
front
it.
of the ship.
Yeah, they're on the front of the ship. They have a whole sail two sails in the way.
Yes, you're right.
So if
about
they
that.
were able to get those turrets around, they're still got two big ass black ass sails in the way.
well, not even just that.
This is legitimately armchair quarterbacking, though. This is like when you're sitting and watching
I
the
know.
NFL.
Like, I saw him. He was
why
open
didn't
on
you
the 30. Like,
why didn't you just
throw it
pass to
him?
that wide open guy? Oh, because this guy's like just fucking like dragging you to the ground. Like
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, I don't know. I saw that
in the
was-
moment, yes. I mean, like
'Cause I think technically, if she just came straight down,
Yeah.
if she flew over top and
they
then just came
can't.
down,
because they can't quite angle it.
Yeah.
They
that
can't aim it
much,
up that. They're not going to aim it up that fast.
and that's going to be true for King's Landing as well.
yeah.
So
Just dive
maybe
bomb
they
the
just
city.
maybe they just actually have her do that. Yeah,
But, like, had she done that in the first place, fleet gone, and then still two dragons,
Yeah.
and then fucking.
It's the emotion of everything. It's again like she's lost everything. Like she's lost apparently half her army, even though it feels like literally 99% of it.
Yeah.
And now after like
So she's
I
going
don't know how
just-
many troops were on the ships, but they're all gone.
So
like
she's
I
going
mean,
just straight off emotion.
yeah, it's just like
This is
I was supposed to win this handily. Like, and she does have that moment where she does turn back, like she's flying right at him, and you're like, and then she does turn.
right.
So, I mean, like,
my motherfucker loaded the clip. She was like, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna go left."
yeah. Swerve.
Like, yo, they loaded the clip heavy. Like it was like,
But again,
and then reloaded really fast.
so the whole idea of what we talked about earlier with Jon sort of renouncing his starkness with the, Ghost going north, Rhaegal was his.
Yeah.
I mean, for lack of a better word. So he's also just not like a really good. Like, to me, he's like not even like a Targaryen. Like like the metaphors in the show. Like it's just like it's almost like a guy with two families, but as a result, none.
And I think you predicted on the last one too that most likely most of the magic is going to disappear before the end of the story. All the dragons are probably going to
I have, so we can talk about it a little bit, but there's a part of me that thinks that something else is going to happen in this next episode.
Oh, that's right. I did get your...
That sort of refutes that a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, to almost return to, like, the even playing field, like, the dragons end up all going in some capacity.
It's usually us, but whatever.
Well, it's not now, sir. Drew.
So, a little bit of a follow-up back from earlier in the episode with Jamie and Brienne. This is what you wanted to go off on, Jay.
The house coat.
Yo. That's legit what, like that the devil D would do to you. It'll just have you outside in a house coat.
Did you say the devil D?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
The devil D. It'll have you out there in a house coat, outside talking about some baby, please don't leave. And he's like, but I have to. And she's like, but you really don't have to. Like, you could just stay right here in my warm, hot-ass room you just commented about a little while ago.
Yeah.
You'll get over it. Have you ever had your ass slapped by gold?
I'm just saying, that devil D, man, it'll get the ladies sometimes. Like, even like the devil people get the homies. But like the devil D in this case, like he must have put it on her. Like they've had this whole thing for like mad long, right? And then she's like outside in the house coat, holding the shit closed. She ain't had nothing on under that. She didn't get dressed. She ran out there in boots and a house coat, ass and titty out, with a house coat on, talking about some baby, please don't leave. Like, I'm here for you. I turned around to the big red-headed bearded man because I want to be with you. And he was like,
I miss my sister.
Everything from my sister.
And it just
Bruh,
really,
like, she should have just punched that motherfucker dead in the nose and was like, well, take that to your sister too, my nigga. And get the fuck out of here.
it just really goes to
And
show
just
you
let that nigga have it. Like, she should have gave
to every woman who thinks they can change a fuckboy.
Hey, yo, Brienne had every right in all 7 realms to get that motherfucker 2 pieces of a biscuit and then send his ass out the door.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it
With
really
that
can show
shit.
even a 40-year-old female virgin, like it's their first is always going to be a douchebag. Turns out, like it's just how it is. Just like, nah,
You picked
he's
the wrong
different.
guy.
I waited 40 years. Don't leave. You made me wrong. Like
She out there in a house coat.
I know,
and some boots, my nigga. Like
and she's crying hard too, and he's just like, oh, and it's just like.
She
We
came
knew he was
outside.
bad.
You don't even
knew
understand.
it.
Just like, I don't know if y'all ever had this experience. I've seen angry women
Finally
in
let your
house
guard
coats.
down. Let him in.
I've seen an angry woman in a house coat, like, explaining her
You gonna run
life.
back to his old bitch? Fuck that.
Bro, she came outside in the deadest.
Number blocked.
Winter is coming. Winter is
Unfriended.
here. And Brienne was outside in a house coat with the titties out and the ass out, just holding the house coat together like, baby, please don't leave. Just stay here. Like, you didn't already put it on me. Like, there's more
That
for
deep
you.
cry too, like that. Fuck.
Yeah. Like the ugly face cry.
You're gonna knight me, fuck me, and then bounce.
And then,
Fuck.
yeah.
Everybody's favorite realm game.
Yeah.
night fuck leave.
Yo, I peeped that. I was like, yo, fuck Jamie.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga, fuck that nigga. Like,
Okay,
I hope he
but-
gets caught
And
by
then
a-
he's just like, and then like she's trying to like save him, and then he's just being all depressed. Oh, it's all about you, Jamie. God,
no,
there's two people
no.
on this.
No. Not even about him. It's all about fucking serious.
I know, but his feelings towards her.
I
How do
know,
you do anything about it?
You
Yeah.
guys, I feel like you guys are
Seriously.
missing the bigger thing, and I think Andrew probably isn't either. I mean, it is probably picking up a little bit more on it because it's not because he's going down there because he loves her because he's got to be with her.
No,
He
yeah.
understands he's got to kill the evil.
Yeah.
Like it falls on him
But why didn't he say that? Look, like, yo, baby, look, I understand. I appreciate everything you did.
because he knows he's not coming back.
That's fine, but he could at least be like, yo, look, I gotta go kill this bitch.
I think that's what
Like,
makes that line cool about how he says, she's a hateful woman, and so am I, a hateful man.
right.
No, we assumed his gender wrong this entire time.
Yeah, you're right. Oops.
Yeah, Jamie's a,
Pegging.
it
He was
goes
just pegging
it's,
his sister.
it's a very
Makes some of those
neutral
scenes
gendered
a lot.
name.
But yeah, no. So that to me, that was my takeaway from it. It wasn't like, oh, he's got to go down there because he loves her. He's like, no, she like. There's only
You know what
one-
his takeaway was? Her virginity. It's fucked up, Danny.
Wait. So wait. So the whole thing, when he kept saying, I did this for Cersei, I did this for Cersei.
He recognizes
I
how
did this
awful
for
it is.
Cersei.
Yeah,
His
she is the hate inside of him.
Right.
Like,
So I
mean,
got it. So he's not going down there.
He's gonna kill the Wicked
quote-
Witch of the West.
He's not going down there, quote unquote, for Cersei.
He's going down there.
He's
for
going
Cersei.
down there for Cersei.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yo.
For serious.
Yo. He could at least smash one more time and then broke out.
Or at least told her. Like, hey,
or
I'm
just
gonna go,
not. Yeah.
Right, like, yo, I got to go put this bitch
Ladies,
down.
honesty
Like,
is key, right? God, like we wouldn't have had that deep cry. I wouldn't be hating him right now a little bit.
Why you eating
God,
fucking...
use your words, Jamie. Bruteness only goes so far.
Right, you go like, yo, look.
God,
look,
throw that
look.
shit in the fire.
I mean, anything he could be like, yo, keep a beer cold for me. I got to go slay this bitch because she's
Nah, he
fucking
knows he's not coming back. Like, it's fucked up as it is. Like, as much as we don't want to see it.
Can you lie to her, though?
Well, that what we just said, honesty is key. Why you're just gonna not tell something, but the one thing he does tell is a lie? What are you doing?
You know I'm black, right?
You're
That
right on
explains
page. You're right
so
on page.
much.
I thought it would.
Oh my gosh! I thought my eyes were going.
Listeners,
I don't have to go back and censor all those N-words.
Well, you killed him.
Or is that diabetes?
That's a laugh that's usually reserved for me, and I appreciate that, Evan. That was good. That was well deserved.
It's definitely the beatus.
And now you're a part of the Rita. No, we've converted you. Yeah, that's
Welcome, my son.
all right.
Oh man, Masande. That's my favorite.
I'm not ready.
Masande was my
Can we
favorite.
just skip over that? So we just like it didn't happen?
Dracarys.
I want to get it over with. Basically, that's why I'm just jumping right into it. Is because yes, that's the last thing
had a
that we
girl
have
tell
to
me
deal
that
with
once.
in this episode.
Once? Hey! I'm sorry.
Game of Thrones. Shut the fuck up.
To provide a little context for the non-watchers, what happens is when Rhaegal gets knocked out of the air.
Dragon.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, sorry. Dragon gets knocked out of the air.
It's a twin jet.
The Euron Greyjoy, he's like I guess one of the big bads
At this point, yeah, one of the big
you'd refer to
bads.
him as a big bad. He directs
pilot.
all of his what do you call those things?
Chips.
Spear launchers.
The scorpions. The
Scorpions.
scorpions.
He directs all the scorpions at.
They're like
at-
big ballistas.
Yeah, at their boats. Destroys a bunch of boats. Everybody gets knocked into the water and washes up on shore. But one of our characters, one of our couples in the series is Grey Worm and Missandei. And Grey Worm orders Missandei to get onto the skiff and run and hide.
Grey Worm maybe has a penis, maybe doesn't. We've never seen.
Yeah,
True.
it's
has-
really, really up for debate.
Yeah.
But man,
She's not.
They have a sex scene and everything, and we're still not
we're not
clear.
gonna-
no.
Yeah, it was.
no.
It was.
We know what
there was
happened.
enough there for her to not be mad.
That's true.
Yo,
Which-
it was a lot of mouth stuff.
What that
Any
mouth did,
lady
though,
listeners, take note. Okay.
What that mouth did.
Maybe he's a great listener. Anyway,
He's a cunning linguist.
So when everybody
Verbal-
washes up on shore, Grey
got
Worm
tongue.
doesn't know where Missandei is. I was confused because I didn't understand how he
it felt
knew.
a little stupid that she was just in the keep at the Red Keep in King's Landing.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, when did that bitch get snatched up? Like it was way too fast.
or it's fine, that they capture her, but it's odd that Grey Worm knew she was captured and didn't just drown out there. You know what I mean?
Well,
And then it
again,
could have
there's a
been
lot of fast traveling happening with the episodes. I'm sure there was some sort of raven or something said.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that was way too fast. Like the boats hit, like shit happened, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker was just
say
in
what
the.
they want about like the way they're doing this with like the 6 episodes. They really
Yeah.
could have spread this out.
Yeah.
I mean, like this could have been another.
They could have
10
spread out a little
episode
bit more.
season. Yeah, I mean,
like the fucking boats went down. They got on the motherfucking, the little what do you call the motherfucking skiff, the save yourself boat,
right. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden this bitch was inside, dry. Hair, there wasn't no water dripping off her hair, nothing. She was just inside and
still at the same volume that it usually does.
seriously talking about so much for the break of chains. Wait, what? How did y'all get this bitch from the water
Yeah.
all the way into the city to the castle,
Cheesy ass
upstairs,
line.
right there,
I forgot about how cringy that line was.
bro? Like, but I'm saying, like, how fast? Like, what motherfucker was out there just like?
Well, I
There
think
goes a big head, bitch. We gotta get it, guys. Let's go.
Well, I think we're supposed to believe that some time
Time is
did
elapsing.
pass. It's
Time is
just
elapsing.
that they used to kind of go out of their way to let us know.
Bro,
a little
and
bit
any
more.
story, any ship in that time, the ship go down, they get on a motherfucking lifeboat, and it's 40 dudes.
Yeah, for the next 2 episodes.
Strong back motherfuckers
To
just
get back
strong,
to shore, yeah.
strong. And then the Masandri's punk asses goddamn ended up on the land. Some niggas walking by fishing was like, yo, she don't look like none of us, bro. We all blonde hair, blue eyed. Let's get the black bitch with the big hair. And then got her into the city, up to the castle, into the thing, and the fucking tier for fucking seriously be like, so much for the breaker of chains.
Yeah.
No,
They could have spaced that up.
One of the
I'm really glad you stick figured that out.
one of the
I'm gonna
issues,
fight you.
One of the issues with this season in general is like, oh, the
You're
episodes
gonna
are
win,
be,
but we're gonna fight.
the episodes are going to be feature length, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but at the same time, one of the reasons the show is so good is that like,
I mean, like
you
a
don't
like a
treat-
short feature, like a
You don't
like
yeah,
before 5.
yeah, like almost like a Sherlock, like you know what I mean, like the hour and a half or whatever.
Wait.
They could have done the new thing where they end it, but then like end on a movie.
But I mean, so what I'm getting at is like one of the reasons
Like Entourage
this
did
was so
way too
good
late.
was because nothing felt rushed, and it just feels everything's rushed now.
Yeah, because it really does seem like they have 10 episodes worth of story to tell.
Yeah.
And then
could've spaced
arbitrarily
this out.
decided, and Derek and I, we had a conversation about maybe why.
Arbitrary,
Well, we're
maybe it's
supposed
not
to be
the
working.
case. I mean, like it's one of those.
Yeah, whatever.
This costs money. This costs money to make, and like this episode. I mean, every season, especially these last ones that even have less episodes, the money they spent is hand over fist more than the other ones. Like I mean, like they're spending so much money on this, and that's part of it. I think is that like
But they couldn't get elephants.
they couldn't get elephants. No. It
No,
would've-
they had
it
to
would've
get them.
looked
They had
dumb.
to get them motherfuckers all the way from Africa. Like, oh, we found them, or in the zoo or
It's
something.
the same reason they don't have black people.
They gonna get them at Africos, Westeros. Come on,
But yeah, no, I mean,
It works.
It was a tough scene.
it does.
In a way, again, like
I'll let you have it.
you brought it up before when we first started this, is that like the writers, producers, directors, they were like, everything you see will have been something you've already seen, and it was very reminiscent of the Ned Stark beheading,
Yeah.
and like everything that started as
Yeah.
a result. I mean, like you have the ruler pass the sentence, but doesn't do the deed themselves. They defer to their executioner. It's just, again, like that was the first thing I got, and it's like, all right, shit's about to go down. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like shit had already gone down, but shit's really going down now, and it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah. It's
And
gonna happen.
honestly, to me, Danny walking back, that was it for her. Like,
Yeah.
whatever she had held on to is now gone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like
When that initially happened, I think because I was so upset just because I loved Masande's character
Yeah.
so much, and I just felt like I was right there with like
He
Grey
liked her
Worm.
character.
Yeah.
she had a great set of
Amazing
characters.
character.
So much character.
And then I think just the rest of the episode felt so jarring to me, like the stuff that with Rhaegal that had just happened moments prior and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It was a very slow paced episode to begin, and then like just so much happened at the end. You're like, okay, can we stop?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to show me next? Like, is Tyrion just going to get like cut in half? Like,
Yeah.
like
The credits were even like double speed. Like
yeah.
So,
So
all right, guys, come back this week.
rewatching it though is pretty powerful. Though her walk away,
yeah.
Danny's walk away after that moment when it then cuts to credits and we're left to wonder what's going on.
I feel like we talked about this on the last episode, like where it was we kind of got into the who lives, who dies, or whatever, and it
I've
became
been
more
wrong
of like
all the time.
it became more of like I think it's going to be Missandei rather than Grey Worm. Like for whatever reason, like when Grey Worm didn't die at the Battle of Winterfell, it's like okay, so it's going to be her. Like somehow it's going to be her. And then when the boats are getting attacked, I'm like, oh, she's going to die here. He's going to see it happen.
Yeah.
And when it you don't see it. You think she's just like lost at sea. Like oh man, that sucks. Like that he's not even going to know ever. And it's like no, this is by far worse. Like watching her be beheaded at the top of the
I will say
ramparts there in King's Landing.
I will say Tyrion had the dopest fucking Pirates of the Caribbean scene though on the
Did he?
boat. And the fucking arrow, the fucking spears are coming in and they're fucking
kind of
boats
like a
up.
cool like one take.
Dude, if
kind
they
of
had
thing.
dopest Pirates of the Caribbean. He was like, I'm gonna go. Oh shit!
grabs her. grabs just like a little cup of
Any
wine.
reading into the when he does the whole like pregnancy reveal and like it almost kind of you see,
It's a boy!
You see Euron a little bit and he's like sort of calculating like wait a minute if he knows
You know what's weird? So somebody else mentioned that at work, and when I went and rewatched the episode I don't know if maybe there's.
Did we just invent that? Like maybe we were just focusing on him. Like
that wasn't the order that the shots were. He gives her a weird look because he's confused about why she spares his life because she does that thing and it shows his face. Then and then it doesn't show. It's just her. The framing has room for another person, but he's not there. It's just her when it's between her and Tyrion.
Okay, so then the rest of us, the viewers, are just like really wanted him to hear that. But
it is a good question. It's something that should be addressed probably in the next one or something. All right, well,
that's the problem. Everything's been undressed.
Yeah.
Not me.
Says the guy showing nips
for the record.
right now.
Not anybody in this room.
Yeah. Nip slips.
Nope, they're locked away, buddy.
I see.
That's areola, buddy.
I'm sorry, the areola around the nip. Stupid.
But one thing I brought up in our text thing. No, actually, no. Do your thing. We'll save that for the very end, I guess.
Well, actually, no. It's basically just opening it up to what you guys think is going to happen in the next. We've only got 2 episodes left. I know. We're doing this whole their feature-ish length kind of a thing. So there's a lot that can happen.
80 and 80, I think, right?
Yeah.
The next 2.
Yeah. So you think that it seems to be pretty clear that we're going to get another big battle. We got Miguel Sapochnik directing. This episode 5.
I love
big battle
that guy.
Say his name.
Miguel Sapochnik.
No, not you.
Oh, sorry.
Miguel Zapatos. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sapochnik.
Spotchnik.
He's like, Miguel makes spot stickers.
Wait, does he?
Spatchcock. I don't know. Yo.
This summer?
Yo.
So much spatchcocking
So
happening.
much spatchcocking.
So much spatchcocking.
People who don't know what spatchcock is like, oh, I'm not going to Jay's. Like,
you're going to miss out. Come on over.
For all the spatchcocking
A lot of
needs.
spatchcocking happening.
It's not what you guys think it is.
It's not, but
It's like
it
a split
is.
chicken, isn't it?
Hey, don't give away
My
the
bad.
fucking ending, bro.
Spoiler alert.
What did we talk about last episode? We
Last
don't talk-
game?
Yeah. Dude, I'm still in NHL playoff mode.
You are. You're so in.
So rather than going down the whole list of all the characters that are left,
I don't wanna be wrong
just
again.
like last episode, we just did that. But let's pick out a few and just predict. Do you think it? First of all, do we all agree that Cersei is going to die?
Yes.
Okay,
Fuck, I
so
hope
then,
so.
do you think it is in
Like-
this episode or the last one?
Last.
I think it's in this one.
This one?
I think it's in this one.
Think it's this one?
I do.
He's been right all this whole fucking time.
Well, he's white. I get it.
I've been wrong. Actually, since I think she's going to die, she's going to live in
Yeah.
this one. So,
I'm gonna say
And she's going to
Why don't
ride
you
the
meet me
dragon.
somewhere in
She's
the
going to
middle?
ride the dragon over to Essos to get the elephants. That's what she's going to do.
yeah.
I'm one of those.
I'm gonna say lives just because we still have Euron, and
I think she dies at the ending
Euron
scene.
is.
Euron's going to die
Pirate. Douche pirate.
by
Yeah, he's
mid-episode.
dying
Yeah.
this fucking episode.
He dies mid-episode.
But I'm just hopeful that whenever they do it, that they do take their time with.
I want
her
to. I want to
death.
see. As horrible as this is going to come off sounding, and like, I want to earmuffs. I want to see him die so bad. Like I just want to see
Fuck
it
that guy.
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah.
Why does she have to be earmuffed?
Because
We were talking about incest earlier.
she's
We
seen
were talking about
a deep dark side of me right now for a television show
Yeah.
that
You
is
were-
supposed to be
you
for
were
entertainment
You
value.
were defending incest earlier. I think
reminds-
this one's okay.
I mean, he might have a point.
It's reminiscent to like rewatching Joffrey Baratheon just choke to death. Like seriously, like okay, cool. Let me watch this teenager die over and over and over again,
Fuck that kid.
and then Ramsay Bolton getting his face eaten off by dogs.
Yeah.
Like
He's a good guy.
there are just people you need to see die. And Euron again, like he hasn't done
Yeah, but-
anything
but I'm
even
saying
on
that-
that level. But God, he sucks.
He hasn't done anything near the level of the other two,
I know.
who in which deserved the
just
worst death of death.
it's just this-
Euron hasn't done it, but
Basically, just being again. I sent. He's
Look.
he's like the goddamn Bam Margera of
Yeah.
Westeros.
I would be perfectly fine.
I'd hang out with Bam.
I'd be perfectly
I hope
fine
he would get roasted too.
if nothing happened to Euron in the show, but he just fucking found out he has AIDS, and they're just gonna die from that.
Die slowly.
Slow, painful death because they have no meds. So
Are you allowed to say
fuck
that
that
joke
guy.
because you're black? Or I'm trying to figure that.
Maybe he gets salmonella. maybe he gets no, Jay. Maybe he gets some.
Later, when we're not doing this, I'll tell you about all the racist jokes I didn't say.
Maybe he gets
And you'll
some
be glad I chose that
Jay.
I don't know.
some epic salmonella from a bad spatchcock.
Yo,
That's probably what happens.
right. Yo, some
The hound
spatchcock
offers him one of the chickens and
That's it.
gets spatchcock.
I'm gonna be fine with that. Just death from dehydration and then the shits. Fuck that guy. Even if he doesn't die a horrible, horrible fucking death like he may possibly deserve.
Yeah, finds out he's actually doesn't know how to swim, falls off one of his own boats.
So I think there are some people we can probably exclude
I
from
would
this list
love that.
just because you have dies in episode 5. Like, so I think anybody up north is basically good. Like, it's going to be a very, unless they end up coming down, but like Tormund's not going to be a part of this. Gilly, Little Sam, Sam, Brienne, I think they're basically all kind of safe. I do think Gendry's kind of untouchable now. Part of me does.
You think so?
Yeah, with the whole like Lord of Storms.
Yeah, because then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
Yeah, we already broke his heart.
he's dead inside. Like,
What are your bets on the Hound and the Mountain? You think that one or both die?
both.
Double dose of dead.
That
Think
like
both.
I mean that
You
would
think
be
they kill each other? Like
again. I think it's going to be Hound is victorious but succumbs to wounds. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, because there is sort of that little exchange.
Yeah, he'll
with
kill
him
the
and
fuck out
Arya
of a lot
about-
of dudes. He'll kill the fuck out of a lot of people. But yeah, he's definitely gonna succumb to like an infection from a paper cut.
I
Or
don't know,
something.
dude. That dude fell. That dude already fell off a mountain and lived. Like I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. Like he'll go through a lot of shit. It'll be the most pussy way to go out. Like he'll catch some shit from a whore, like or some wild shit, like
Choked on a watermelon seed or something.
yeah, some wild shit like that.
choked on the goldfish.
He'll make it through the fuck. What the fuck? What movie did I miss?
You don't know that joke?
It was from the.
I don't have children. Am I supposed to? Is that the children thing?
It was from Robin Hood Men in Tights. We were talking about what was. Oh, when Sam was going through the list of his family members that were dead, and someone did the whole like, my dog Pongo, run over by the carriage.
Yeah.
My goldfish Goldie,
I missed that
Ate by
one.
the cat. My cat?
choked on the goldfish.
Good point. All right, you're there. You win.
So again, as far as other deaths,
What do you think about- how do you feel about like where does Grey Worm stand in your death pool at this point?
yeah,
now?
he's a total wild card now because again, like doesn't have the. I can now see him living throughout all this.
Nope.
I do. Like I
I
mean, like
don't.
almost like to go to Narth.
But why? His
In
woman's
almost
dead.
in memoriam, I guess. Like,
Fuck
I don't
that,
know, 'cause
no.
she gave him a reason to live beyond just
Yes.
knowing how to fight. Like,
Yeah, she gave him a reason to live. But
that
now
doesn't-
she's gone.
but that happens a lot in movies.
My
like
man's
that.
my man's about to have the dopest, most fucking gangster death. Like
He might.
he's
die-
going out like
he
mad
he very
crazy.
may. But I could also see him being one that like lives after all this. As a
As soon as she was gone, I was like, yo, my man's gonna go out
going to
mad
live out,
crazy.
going to live out his years afterwards on Narth, the place that they talked about.
What? Thanos at the end of fucking Infinity War?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
look upon a grateful world and smile, and then Thor comes in and fucks everything.
Yeah.
I know you haven't
Endgame
seen
spoilers, my
everything.
bad.
We haven't seen it all. I know I won't give it all away. I just said Infinity War. Calm down over there. Jesus Christ.
We're spoiling all the Game of Thrones. Not a care. Did you say anything about Endgame?
I haven't seen 8 seasons. Grey Worm is gonna go out like fucking. He's gonna go out like a G. He's swinging the fucking spear.
The
He's got
best
a
part-
sword.
best
He
part-
ain't got no helmet on his fucking face.
He's gonna lose his pants, and we're gonna see like the most monster cock you've ever seen in your life.
biggest cock, but no erection.
And he can't do that.
Just chokes the mountain with it.
That was vile. Like, no, that's yeah.
Yo, I'm all in for that episode.
Well, it's funny too. Didn't they say that there was supposed to be like a balance?
18 minutes.
No, I kind of believe it because they said that there was going to be a new balance to the boobs to penis ratio.
It's not
I haven't
Oz.
seen
They
one.
haven't done it
I haven't
yet.
seen one peen yet.
Yeah.
With 2 episodes left, they're fighting naked.
Wait. Have we been on 8 seasons of no cocks?
No, there's
been
been
a couple.
plenty. I'm just saying this season there's supposedly supposed to be a balance. Someone mentioned that because there was.
Yeah.
Someone made a comment. How come we don't see dick? The same reason. No one really likes the way they look. Why?
Yeah. They
Why?
just like the way they feel, not the way they look. That's fine. Just watch fucking
Right now?
Oz then.
God.
So for episode 5,
Right?
do you
Ladies?
foresee
Ladies?
Yara becoming another?
No.
Do you foresee Yara becoming another player in this again?
Wait, which one is
Yeah,
Yara? Who's Yara again?
The Greyjoy sister.
Theon's sister. Yeah. I mean, I guess I want to see her again.
Yeah,
I didn't feel
cool.
like we said goodbye to her character.
And she kind of got brought up again in the last episode.
That they took the
Yeah.
islands
They
back.
took the Iron Islands back. I could see them sailing for...
And they need help from somewhere.
yeah.
They need something.
Geographically speaking, though, that's such a hard place to get to from the Iron Islands.
Yes, but if they've, by any chance, been on their way...
It's on the other side of the entire continent. With no, like, waiting.
Is it? Is the Iron Islands on
Yeah,
the...
so, like, if this is Westeros,
Yeah.
Iron Island's over here, King's Landing's over here.
Okay.
Oh, so they're gonna make their way all the way. There's no
Making their way
passages in
downtown.
between.
But
they can't like take the
Loading fast.
Wait. There's no like Mississippi
Landing.
through the middle.
No.
Are you serious?
No, it's all the way around.
No riverways?
No.
Right here.
Yeah, we ain't seen that bitch again.
Isles, King's Landing.
Which is weird because
And
there's
it's
a lot
all
of shots,
landlocked
there's
on
a
both
lot
sides?
of shots with King's Landing that make it feel like it's on this side.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what, though, is different? This is exactly why we all have some odd feelings about Season 7 and Season 8 is because
The fast travel.
Seasons 1 through 6,
Hearthstone.
all this stuff we're nerding out about, the geography would have mattered. And right now it kind of doesn't. So she could show up just because they just want her to, and then they'll find a way of like...
I mean, because if there's no waterway in between, there's no Mississippi in between for her to cut through.
but
Yeah,
if she,
they'd be huge ships. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get...
we know 2 weeks is going to pass, though, from the last shot of this episode to
not Casino
episode
Steamboat.
5.
Because the army from the north is down there.
Yeah.
That's how they basically...
Wait, they're not taking a Mississippi steamboat on across the way? No gambling.
They're
on the way
gonna be
around?
obviously plotting
Laws
their attack
regulate.
on King's Landing, so it's good that some time is going to pass. Yeah. So, and again, like you said, 2 weeks is what it would take for the army to get down from the north to
See,
King's Landing.
had they been closer, my brain would immediately agree with you and be like, yes. But now that they're so far away, I'm like, no, leave that motherfucker in the Iron House. Let her chill out. Like, she went through enough.
Yeah.
Qyburn, I think he's a goner in this one too, probably. Especially if I think Cersei dies in this one, Qyburn's got to die.
Which one was he?
He's her hand, the weird kind of like the guy who was like having the face off with Tyrion,
can he just
who hit
get-
her with the Uno reverse card.
Mr. Smithers.
Yo, fuck that guy. Can he get eaten by like something?
I kind of I
devastating?
lightweight like him. I mean, like
I like
What?
him. I like his
I do,
character.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yo, this is what you're getting into, G.
I like
Terrible
his story. I like how he was introduced.
If there's one person that
he's a
shouldn't-
weird
yeah.
Frankenstein-y kind of guy. Like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
in
like,
a regular show, he's fine. I'll root for the nigga. But in this one,
No, in this show, I don't think he should be around schools.
for the is there? You
Oh,
could
I
put
wouldn't
you could
give him
put
a job or anything.
whoa.
He's on a top 5 list for most loyal people in this entire show. Am I wrong in this? Like, I mean, like
What,
his
say that one more
servitude to
time?
Cersei. As far as like people who are loyal in this fucking show, this guy is loyal as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's appreciated.
So is Igor, bro. Like,
That's fine. I get it. Evil henchman. I get it. No, he's Frankenstein. He's not. He's not
definitely
the
an evil henchman.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what that. He's gonna fucking die.
He is. He's gonna die hard.
I want this
With a
motherfucker to be like running. I want him to be like the coward's way out. Like, I'm not a fighter, and he like just running from the castle, and then one of the fucking Unsullied just fucking spear the fucker in the
Dude,
back.
he's the guy who'd be getting like just incinerated by dragon flames, and he'd be like, "Harder, daddy!" Like it's just something like.
I mean, so would
this
I.
isn't death enough. Like,
Yeah,
So would I.
and he just
I
drops
get it.
that robe thing that he doesn't have to wear, but whatever. Like a lot of other people are wearing somewhat clothing like things.
well,
just
he's a former maester. I think it's just like a.
he just doesn't have his chain.
comfortable.
yeah, he just
Yo,
really looks like
have
he
you
just
ever-
got out of the shower
Derek-
and he hasn't got put
Derek,
clothes on yet.
as
What?
for comfortability. Have you ever seen the Sikh brothers like walking around series?
Yeah, but
None of them are
Them
wearing
linen,
these.
the linen pants and the long shirts, they look comfortable as shit.
Yeah.
I get that.
That dude is rocking a robe because he's like, yo, mad comfort. I'm not really here to fight. I just want to deliver information. I don't really need much.
I think he just
He's gonna
doesn't
catch
want
a
pants to
fucking-
rub up against like all the wrinkles.
He's
Like,
going to
it's
catch a
just-
spear to the back of the fucking neck, bro.
All right. So just to wrap this up, a couple quick theories about some of the things that people are talking about without getting into like too many spoilery type things.
Yeah.
Golden Company. A lot of people thinking that they're gonna turn coat.
I think so.
So my thing is that, like, to me, it's very reminiscent of when people were really big on that, like, Great Northern Conspiracy thing with the Battle of the Bastards, like House Castark and House the other Umber were like playing Ramsay for a fool. Like, so there's not a lot of meat to it at this point. Like, I haven't seen enough to think. And so I really bought into that one. Like, they were gonna at the critical moment turn on Ramsay, and that was what was gonna turn the tide.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think maybe because how I felt for that one, this theory, there's really no legs to it for me at this point.
There's one reason why it has legs to me.
Is it because of the bank? Like the
no,
whole bank?
it is only because... Okay, so I liked the idea when I heard about it maybe a week or two ago about what episode that it might take place at and all of that. I think as soon as people started mentioning... Or as soon as Season 7 was over, some people were kind of predicting that maybe they would turn on her just because they wonder... They were like, how are you going to have time to develop any characters from this Golden Company? This was before we knew how...
And we really
how
haven't.
deep
We had
Exactly.
one scene. We had one scene with this guy.
So now that we're this deep into the season, you're right. It's like they could just be foot soldiers. Could just be added soldiers. But there's one shot in the preview for the episode coming up where it seems like there's this hooded person who's walking past them while they are either standing still or walking the other direction. And... I guess I'm just curious enough to see, are we going to meet a character that is involved with the Golden Company, a commander of sorts that's not the Harry Strickland guy?
So you're talking about the hooded figure?
Yeah.
So one of the theories I thought I saw was that like the shawl is very reminiscent of when Jamie arrived at Winterfell.
Yeah.
It's almost like the exact same outfit. So that's if he's going past them, maybe it's because she lets him back into King's Landing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all.
Yeah, because it could be very simply that or like the Hound or somebody, because she does explicitly say leave the gates open for like all the way up to the last second because we want her to be responsible for as many civilian deaths as possible if this goes the way I want it to. And so they've already set it up to where it could literally just be like a Jamie or somebody walking through. But I would also imagine that if it was Jamie specifically, that he would not be welcome in there.
Yeah.
You could see that, but again, like you also, I mean, why didn't she just straight up kill Tyrion? Like,
I wouldn't see it as a welcome. I would see it as like a setup.
Okay.
Like, no, come on in.
Okay.
And then once you're in,
Yeah.
yo, that's your ass, son.
Yeah.
Because again, she does love him. Like I mean, like, again, like the love is as fucked up as it is. Like it is very real between them. And again, like she gets very, she was obviously very upset to the point where she almost advocated him being murdered when he left the last time. Like she does love him, and it is the father of her child. Gross for the fourth time.
So gross.
The only other thing I want to get into is the scene that we're left with. It's Euron sort of looking up.
Yeah.
And he's got his hand over his eye like he's looking up towards the sun.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that smug Euron Greyjoy face. He almost just looks like a fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we hear is what sounds like a dragon.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Drogon. Because Drogon has that very pronounced, I am a massive beast of a thing at this point.
Yeah.
It sounds
Could be a Thadra.
adolescent.
Okay.
And that kind of lends credence to the idea that there are more dragons.
I don't
Yeah.
like the idea of it.
So, again, this really always ties all the way back to like season 4 and 5 when Drogon's like deuces and leaves.
Yeah. Right.
The next time we see Drogon is when Jorah and Tyrion are sailing through Old Valyria, which is the home place of House Targaryen and also the birthplace of dragons.
Yeah.
Almost like their eternal roosting grounds, if you will. Yeah. So that we see Drogon just flying through there. Like, it's just like, okay, this feels out of place. It would just be a good way to tie it back, again, even to like past seasons. These wouldn't be full-grown dragons at this point. Yeah. This would be like some adolescent. But God, could you imagine like 8 to 12 more dragons?
Yeah.
Like, and just descending upon the Greyjoy fleet and just wrecking shit.
Yeah.
And again,
I think
it would make Daenerys the mother of dragons, but it would also kind of make Drogon the mother of dragons too.
Yeah, but I think it's just that with 2 episodes left and how fast the pace is going, just to throw dragons in there now is just like, oh, and by the way, dragons.
Again, I was before this very moment, I was of the mindset that they were all going to die. Then this changed everything.
You know how you're going to have that theory, confirmed potentially is at the beginning of the episode when they do the previously.
If they show him flying over Old Valyria,
it's like fuck, Danny nailed it.
God damn it, Danny, why? No, and then, or my other take on it is I am fully on board with a armored out, pimped out Drogon.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Lord of Storm's End, Gendry.
There you go.
Like, shoot all the scorpion arrows at me you fucking want. Like, I'll take them all. I'll take all your fucking bullets.
Yeah,
it turns into Tony Montana.
I I wonder if the scream doesn't, if the scream sounds out of place. I wonder if it's just that's not what happens in that moment.
Maybe no. Again, it just it could just even be like a red herring sort of thing. It's just he looks up and he sees something that, like, if he sees one dragon, he's already killed a dragon, and he's got all these ships. All like they're all fully loaded or whatever.
The difference is
he looks mad. He looks mad worried though.
There's like concern, and it's like, all right, what does he see?
Like, oh shit.
And again, it could just be spliced that way. It could be a complete red herring. I could even see him getting out of there, and as he's turning the corner, they do that fucking move like they did at Dragonstone, and there's the whole the other Greyjoy fleet. Like just open siege, and then Yara gets her kill or whatever.
That'd be good.
It always felt like Yara's kill until he took out Rhaegal, and then it's like, this feels like Dany's kill now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just the feeling I got, and then I saw like some other shit sort of pop up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it still could be Yara's kill just because he's doing it on Cersei's command.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
One other thing, and this is not even something I'm like super on board with, but the idea that one of the theories that came out is that Arya's going down there to kill Dany.
Oh, you think so?
No, I don't necessarily think so. But the whole concept of like you'll close these eyes forever: brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes. Blue eyes end up being the Night King. Brown eyes, obviously, a ton of brown eyes. This is a very common eye color. Green eyes. Shut up. Green eyes. We have two big characters left with green eyes, and they spend a lot of time focusing on one of their green eyes in this last episode. A lot of face shots of Dany.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were going to say Ghost.
She got green eyes?
She's got green eyes.
I don't know. White folks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just something that, you know, it was another theory that was kind of coming about a lot this week.
If she has to kill, if she's meant to kill another, be responsible for the death of any other major characters, then it makes more sense that it be that one than Cersei.
I agree. Cersei's not her kill.
Yeah.
Nah.
But
In the pecking order of people who get to kill Cersei, she's very far down the list.
yeah.
But anyway, I those are all things that I saw this week, and I wanted to bring up. So.
Yeah. No, it's a really simple preview for the next episode. They don't show much of anything. We're expecting this big battle, but we don't see any shots of it. We see some preparation stuff, and so they're really leaving that up to, they're really leaving that up to our imagination till Sunday. Yeah. So there's not too much to even speculate on for that.
Probably why we're grasping at the very few things.
We just know that there's 2 episodes left, and we know what
it's got to come to a close.
Has to happen. Yeah. So what order does it happen in? Or
stay tuned for the next episode.
John isn't going to pull out a acoustic and stuff.
We don't have 38 episodes trying to escape a planet Namek that's exploding in 5 minutes. It's we got 2 left.
Yep. So that pretty much concludes this episode of Exoverse TV, reviewing Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4, The Last of the Starks. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to Derek, Danny, and Jay from the Retalks Podcast for joining me. Make sure you follow them at the Retalks Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow this podcast on Twitter at ExoverseTV and check for updates on episodes and more stuff coming up on Exoverse Media on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys and have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on some other things happening on the Exoverse Media website. Some friends of mine in Texas released a new song. Check out The Final Burial on the Exoverse Media website. Just click on the music tab and select The Final Burial right there. There's links to their Twitter, Instagram, Facebook pages, and you can stream their new track, Extinction, right there on their page on the Exoverse Media site. You can also check out thefinalburialtx.bandcamp.com for more information on how to follow them and other tracks that are available to stream right there. So go ahead and check them out. Thank you, guys.